Fermentation. Transforming foods for flavor and nutrition. Fermentation is a natural process that transforms the flavor, texture, and nutritional profile of foods through the action of microorganisms such as bacteria, yeast, and molds. This ancient technique has been used for centuries to preserve food, enhance taste, and improve digestion. Here's how to ferment foods for enhanced flavor and nutrition. 1. Understand the fermentation process. Fermentation involves the breakdown of carbohydrates into alcohol or organic acids by microorganisms under anaerobic conditions. This process not only preserves food but also enhances its flavor, aroma, and nutritional value. 2. Choose your ingredients. Select fresh, high-quality ingredients for fermentation, such as vegetables, fruits, grains, or dairy products. Opt for organic produce whenever possible to minimize exposure to pesticides and chemical residues. 3. Use a starter culture or wild fermentation. Decide whether to use a starter culture or rely on wild fermentation to initiate the fermentation process. Starter cultures contain specific strains of beneficial bacteria or yeast that help ensure a consistent and controlled fermentation. 4. Prepare the fermentation vessel. Clean and sanitize the fermentation vessel, such as glass jars, crocks, or fermentation weights, to create a sterile environment for the fermentation process. Avoid using metal containers or utensils, as they can react with acidic foods. 5. Add salt or brine solution. Prepare a salt or brine solution to create the ideal environment for fermentation. The salt helps inhibit the growth of harmful bacteria while promoting the growth of beneficial lactobacillus bacteria, which are responsible for fermentation. 6. Pack the ingredients. Pack the prepared ingredients into the fermentation vessel, ensuring they are submerged in the brine or liquid to prevent spoilage and mold growth. Use a weight or fermentation weight to keep the ingredients submerged below the surface. 7. Ferment at the right temperature. Ferment the ingredients at the appropriate temperature for the specific fermentation process. Most fermentations occur at room temperature, although some may require cooler or warmer conditions for optimal results. 8. Monitor the fermentation process. Monitor the fermentation process regularly to ensure everything is progressing as expected. Look for signs of bubbling, fizzing, or souring, indicating that fermentation is underway. Taste the ferment periodically to assess flavor development and adjust fermentation time as needed. 9. Store fermented foods properly. Once fermentation is complete, store the fermented foods in the refrigerator or a cool, dark place to slow down the fermentation process and preserve their freshness. Use clean, airtight containers to prevent contamination and spoilage. 10. Enjoy fermented foods. Incorporate fermented foods into your diet to enjoy their unique flavors and nutritional benefits. Use fermented vegetables as toppings for salads or sandwiches. Enjoy fermented dairy products like yogurt or kefir, or experiment with fermented beverages like kombucha or kvass. Conclusion. Fermentation is a time-honored technique for preserving and enhancing the flavor and nutrition of foods. By understanding the fermentation process, choosing quality ingredients, and following proper fermentation practices, you can create a wide variety of delicious and nutritious fermented foods at home. So roll up your sleeves, embrace the art of fermentation, and embark on a culinary journey filled with flavor, creativity, and nutritional goodness.